Thank you so much. Great to be here with you, Bexar County revolutionaries, as we build a revolution. And just makes me happier than a flea at a dog show to be standing up here looking out at all of you corporate butt kickers and you right-wing green whackers, really, is what they are. And what a job y'all have been doing in electing John Courage and putting together a progressive movement here that's going to elect a lot of people because you stand on principle, one of which was to take the Confederate statue off of the stand right over here and to plant flowers in its place. That's a better deal, it seems to me. Well, we've got a big job to do, and I thank Sophia Sepulveda, who's been such a great leader for our revolution, a great champion for us, and Amy and her work, Rick Trevino, whom I've known for a good while, and Judy Lerma, who's just done a superb job. And with her is Paula Littles over here, the chief organizer of the National Nurses Organizing Committee. So we got a whole program. We're going to do stuff. That's the thing. We got, as I say, a big job. Patti Smith, the great rocker, has that song, People Have the Power. Oh, yeah. The power to dream, to rule, to wrestle the world from fools. And we got beaucoup fools, don't we? Yeah. So we got a load to haul there. National government, state government, even too much in local governments. Governments that are private clubs, really, for the billionaires and bankers and bosses, the big shots, bastards, and bullshitters. Who feel free to run roughshod over us. You know, they say that you find that you've dug yourself into a hole, the very first thing to do is quit digging. And they've dug us into a deep, deep hole of inequality in this country that has innumerable consequences, none of them positive. The powers that be, the autocrats and plutocrats and kleptocrats, are knocking down the middle class, holding down the poor, and tearing down our democratic possibilities in our country. But you know, you don't have to be in who's who to know what's what. Inequality does not just happen. Inequality is caused by deliberate decisions that are made in corporate boardrooms and in congressional backrooms. Decisions to do something or not to do something. And nowhere is that more flagrant than in our healthcare system. The flagrant, deadly, immoral inequality of healthcare in the United States of America. The absolutely disgusting shame of the richest country in the history of the world. Rationing healthcare, not on the basis of who needs it, but on the basis of corporate profits being available. You know, Jack Nicholson said that he didn't understand the word irony until his mother one day called him a son of a bitch. Well, if it's irony you want, the Congress critters who are directly denying, piously rejecting Medicare for all get premium health care coverage from you and me. Also, they get pure 100% socialized medicine, a little thing that most Americans know nothing about, called the Office of Attending Physician. That is a little office in the United States Capitol. And any member of Congress can go in there without an appointment, without any kind of procedure at all, not filling out any forms or anything, and getting doctors who are staffed there by taxpayers, nurses who are staffed by taxpayers, pharmacists staffed by taxpayers to serve their little boo-boos, their little choo-choos and little problems that they have medically wise, and get total coverage without filling out any forms or doing anything. You know, this is why Lily Tomlin has said that no matter how cynical you get, it's almost impossible to keep up. So, to get universal health care for all of us, I've got a little plan, which is let us start by taking away the free coverage that all of us give to them. Yeah! Take away their coverage. So, I come to you not just from Austin, but from South Austin. We're a little more eccentric, a little more iconoclastic over on the south side there. And we have an unofficial slogan there that we're all here because we're not all there. And that's why I think we're gathered here in Travis Park this afternoon, because we know that the powers that be are nowhere near there in terms of understanding the glue of this society, which is we're all in this together. You take that glue away and we have no society, and they will pay the price for that. So my message to you is just this. It's up to us. It's not up to any existing politician. It's not up to the Democratic Party. It's not up to the media. It's not up to anybody but us. Nobody's going to do it but us. To step out there and take charge of these kind of issues. And that's why Medicare for All is building in support all across this country, with Bernie Sanders putting it now on the table in the U.S. Senate, John Conyers having put it on the table in the House of Representatives for several years now, gaining support. I think there's 160-something members in the House that support it, and Bernie's got 16 co-sponsors in the U.S. Senate. A year ago, that would have been impossible to think of, that we could be that far along. But the point is that we can't just be progressive. We've been passively progressive forever, but the powers that be have turned radically regressive, so we've got to become aggressive and get right in the face of power and make demands. I first met Bernie many moons ago when I was ag commissioner, and I was up in Vermont, and he was mayor of Burlington, and so I met him there. Actually, Ben Cohen of Ben and Jerry's Ice Cream, I was there with them doing something, and there was Bernie coming down the street, so we met up in a snowbank in Burlington, Vermont. But then later I was up there campaigning when he decided to run for Congress, and doing a little campaigning for him. And we had a big rally at Montpelier, their state capital, and after the rally a guy came up wearing a big old political button, the best one I've ever seen. It said, "Wearing a button is not enough." We can't be a nation of button wearers, can we? We've got to be a little stronger than that, a little more forceful than that. So our Revolution Texas is about action, not about button wearing, not about a debate society, not about just protesting the government. We're not going to lobby the government. We're not going to beg the government. We're going to become the government. Yeah! And that's our goal. The grassroots, little league, democratic organization in every section of this state, 254 counties. So we've got the state divided up in 11 regions, and each of those regions are electing 12-member steering committees of their region, and then each region will elect one person to be on the statewide steering committee. We'll have a statewide convention coming up in February, I believe it is. But we're already taking action across the board. John Courage is one example of that action. We have more than that, though. We were just over in Houston and in Pearland, a suburb over there. 18-year-old guy named Mike Floyd, he was a senior in high school, took on the sitting president of the school board and defeated him. Mike Floyd is on the school board in Pearland, Texas right now. We're going up to Dallas in the morning. We've got Lashadian Shimwell up there, Black Lives activist in there, another young guy who decided to do something thought just completely insane, which was to run for the city council in McKinney, Texas, a northern suburb of Dallas. More red than which you cannot get. Lashadian Shimwell is now on the city council in McKinney, Texas. And that happens, as John was indicating, because of you. You know, the media, the establishment, the money people, you know, well, you can't win. I mean, we're not going to mess with you. But we win when we put our energy behind it, behind the issues that these folks care about. So we're going to be aggressively progressive, Bernie progressive, Medicare for all, $15 an hour minimum wage, higher education for everybody who wants to pursue it in this country and in our state. We're going to have a politics of passion, as we said in my home area up in northeast Texas, a passion hotter than high school love is what we're looking at, to get out there and mix it up. And we're going to not wait for the establishment candidate, some lawyer or some state something or other to run for higher office. We're going to create our own candidates, just as has happened with John Courage and Lashadian Shimwell and Mike Floyd already. So we're already waiting, and all we need now is you. you to reach out. One, sign up. Anybody here who is not signed up for our Revolution Texas, you've